Good morning. We are on day 51 of these live videos, and today what I want to talk about is inspired by my anniversary, our anniversary, and the letter P. So P is for perfection. And here's why I want to talk to you about perfection, because my awesome husband got me this plate for our anniversary. Oh my gosh, it's really heavy. So I'm going to try and lift it up so you can see it. It's a totally handmade plate, you can see. And it's got all these designs that are hand painted. There, I'll show you. Totally handmade over here. And it's not perfectly round, and it's not perfectly smooth, and it's not perfectly flat. It's just perfectly imperfect. And what I love about this is that some artist created this, and she intentionally created it to be imperfect. And in fact, there was this thing that came with the plate. I don't know where it is right now. Oh yeah, here's this thing that came with the plate, and it said, "I seek to express the notion of simple pleasures as an antidote to our busy lives, influenced by the Japanese aesthetic of wabi-sabi, the beauty of things imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. I do not seek flawlessness in my work, but I prefer to have the mark of my hand evident in my work, to convey a sense of accessibility and comfort." And I just love that as a message for how we run our businesses. Influenced by the Japanese aesthetic of wabi-sabi, the beauty of things imperfect, impermanent, and incomplete. I do not seek flawlessness in my work, but I prefer to have the mark of my hand evident, to convey a sense of accessibility and comfort. And that's really part of the point of this video series that I've been creating for you all, is that we get so tied up in a knot about being perfect. I'm putting it in air quotes because honestly, there is no such thing, or everything is perfect. And actually the way that I see it is that the universe is always agreeing with you, and that everything you do, every action you take, every piece of art you create, every video you make, you know, whatever it is, it just is in the totality of what it is. And the more you show up and uniquely express you, and the more your own unique fingerprints and handprints and voice prints and energy prints are all over your stuff, the more beautiful it is, and the more it resonates with people. Because so many people walk around feeling like they can't do stuff because they're going to be judged or they're going to make a mistake. And the truth is, you will be judged. And the truth is, you will make a mistake. And there is nothing wrong with that. Some of the most incredible things have happened through mistakes in my life. Some of the most amazing shots that I've gotten as a filmmaker happened because I was in the wrong place at the right time, or I had a different setting than I wanted, and I just got something incredibly beautiful. Or when I'm painting, you know, sometimes I make a brush stroke that I like, in my analytic mind, I'm like, oh crap, that was the wrong color, or I used the wrong brush, or I messed that up, I painted outside lines, and it turns out just to be the most beautiful, perfect thing that I couldn't have created from my conscious mind. So the idea of perfection is, it's incredibly helpful when you embrace it in this way, when you recognize that everything that you do is perfect, because nobody can be you. And the universe is co-creating with you anyway. So it's not just you, it's you plus the universal energy. And the more you open yourself so that all that stuff can flow through you, the more you get to play with the universal design that is creating incredible flowers and clouds and animals and ideas and thoughts and everything. And so that's one thing that I want to share, is that if you just reframe perfection and you recognize it's all perfect, then you're going to have so much more fun. This also reminds me of a really lovely mantra that has been chanted by many chant artists, and it comes from the word Purnima, which means the full moon or the fullness. And basically what it says is that when you add perfection to perfection, you get perfection. When you remove perfection from perfection, you still get perfection. In other words, when something is perfect, it is perfect in all its forms. It is perfect in the totality of what is. And that's so liberating. And I know that I am a recovering perfectionist, and I do catch myself at it. And when I notice an imperfection, when something is imperfect, I just like to reframe it. I'm perfect, right? Isn't that a good reframe? And that way, whatever happens is perfect. And you stop beating yourself up and you stop making yourself wrong, because you just created what you created. And even things that are mistakes, I'm sure that there are ways that they are so brilliant that if you hadn't made them, you wouldn't have seen something, right? Because everything exists by contrast. So sometimes mistakes are there to teach us, and sometimes, you know, we get a redo, right? So it's just information. Wow, I get a redo. That's cool. And sometimes mistakes are there to show us that there's a different way that we didn't see, and we thought we knew it all, but actually we had no idea, because there was so much more available to us. The third thing I want to share about being a perfectionist is that, you know, those of us who like to say that we're perfectionists, and we use that as a very convenient excuse to hide behind, what are you doing when you're a perfectionist? You're actually looking for all the mistakes. You're looking for all the flaws. So I just invite you to reframe that and ask yourself, what's right about this that I'm not seeing? What is beautiful about this that I just created that I'm missing? And just see what energy is available to flow through you when you just reframe a little bit. And so that's what my message is for today. P is for perfection. It's for plate. It's for pottery. It's for poetry. And I invite you to share with me down below, how does this resonate for you? I used to feel really vulnerable making these videos, and now I am so much more at ease, because I realize that it's okay for me to make mistakes. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I have. And when I give myself permission, right? P is also for permission. It's just fun. So have an awesome day. Much love. Let me know what you love about this video.